Hey, welcome to the Walking Dead Deluxe number 106. Now, for those who don't know, the Walking Dead Deluxe is The Walking Dead reprinted, except this time in color. There's also a little bit of extras. There is kind of a cutting room floor of Robert Kirkman's notes for the issue that he then discusses what's in the notes and what might have changed from the comic. And then there's also a small little, like, 2-page comic by Derek Hunter. That's usually pretty damn funny. So Walking Dead, it's written by Robert Kirkman, art by Charlie Adlard, color by Dave McCaig, and lettering by Rus Wooton. So this is an interesting issue. It's kind of like an in-between, or in the middle of an arc, with a couple plot lines going on. We got Carl has screwed up and shot a bunch of Negan's guys, and Negan right now is trying to figure out what to do with him. But at the same time, Rick has no idea where Carl is. And is freaking out and trying to search for him, while Jesus is, figured out where Negan is and is trying to report back. So, it's kind of building to something clearly. The big thing, though, is, like, it focuses a lot on Negan. And once again, kind of throws it out there, like, this guy's unpredictable. We really have no idea what he might do to Carl and, like, how he might make Carl pay for having killed a bunch of Negan's guys. So I mean, it's a tense issue in that, like, leaves you guessing. You really have no idea where it's going to go, what's going to happen, and where things are going to go next. Really, it's a solid way of kind of leaving readers guessing. I actually think it does an excellent job when it comes to that. But overall, like, it's a middle issue to a chapter, and so, like, it doesn't quite stand on its own, but it has really interesting moments that do stand out, which I always think is kind of intriguing, interesting aspect to comics as a whole. So yeah, like, not a bad issue, but at the same time, I think not maybe, like, the strongest. Like, it's not one where you're sitting there with a lot of memories going, hell yeah, it was crazy. Like, it's good, though. It's really solid, great writing. I think the characterization is really entertaining. The characters are intriguing, and, like, there's a lot of subtle stuff. You've got the fallout of Negan brandishing the iron and burning one of his members. You've got a couple members of Alexandria who are kind of debating about should they leave. So this is one that there's a lot of, I think, puzzle pieces to it, but doesn't really form its own picture quite yet. So it's an interesting issue, and I think, like, one that does well as part of the overall story arc. Art always is continually great. It's solid stuff. It really is consistent in its delivery. The color, I think, looks pretty solid, and it doesn't detract or doesn't really add tons to the comic, but I think at the same time, like, it just looks good. So the series continues. It continues to be solid. It continues to be entertaining. If you've never read it, I think this is a great way to read it. And for those who are fans, this is a great way to go back and check it out. Like, you get the colorized version, you get Robert Kirkman's notes. There are some extra things to make it worth revisiting. So check this out. This is in shops. We got a link beneath our video. Put in your zip code to tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so you do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you help support our site. So thank you. And just watch our videos. You support us as always, so thank you for that. If you're into comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.